Hello, fellow campers. This is Wanda.
And I'm Ricky.
And we are Tennessee Camping Nerds. And today we're doing a review of Cedars of Lebanon. It is a state park, a Tennessee state park, and it is located near Lebanon, Tennessee. And the actual address is 328 Cedar Forest Road. Let me go ahead and get this video started that we did for it. It is a large park. It has 117 sites. And I tell you, this place is almost like 3 different parks. There's 3 different loops, and each one is very different. I think the only one we've ever stayed in is the first loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're smaller sites. They're closer together.
Well,
they're kind of like...
The first loop is real close.
Yeah, they're real close together.
The best loop is the third loop.
Yeah. So as we're coming in on this video here, we will be going into the first loop. That is right there on the right is where you check in. No matter what site you're staying at, you guys check in there. There's a little store in there. What all's in there? I've never been there.
They got drinks and wood.
Yeah.
And just
not a whole lot. They probably have some camper toilet paper or something like that, huh? And I think they've got some canned goods and stuff, don't they? Candy bars and milk and ice cream.
I don't know if they got milk.
I think they got ice cream. I bet they do.
They might. I don't know pay attention.
If you know, if you've been there before, put in the comments what all they have there in that little market. I know they have on the outside of it. They have a laundromat. But this is in that first loop, and all these sites, I guess maybe all of them are pull-through sites in this first loop. But they are skinny, and they're close together. So I know our camper, the slide-outs were actually hanging a little bit over the rail on the ground that divides the 2 campsites on one side, and then the other side it was right up close to the picnic table. Just not a lot of room. But it is a beautiful park. There's lots of trees. And I recommend that you read up on the history of Cedars of Lebanon. But as you can see, it's a little bit rustic. But this is still going around in that first loop. There's 117 sites. They do have a group lodge and cabins that you can rent as well. They're just outside of this campground area. All of the sites are have up to 50 amp electricity. They all have water. I don't think any of them have septic or sewer. They list that they have 5 handicap accessible sites. They all have a fire pit, picnic table, and a grill. There's actually a couple of playgrounds in the state park just right outside of the campground area. There's no actual playground in the campground area, but it's within walking distance just right outside of it. In fact, if you, at the beginning of this video and probably at the end, you'll see it. We'll drive by it. The sites are paved with a gravel picnic area.
I think they have 2 playgrounds too, right outside the park. What's a nice camper?
Some of the sites will tell you that it will fit, like in this area here in this loop 1, it'll tell you that it'll fit, say, a 70-foot RV, but it's a 70-foot long path. There's nothing else that's going to fit in there. I saw someone with a toy hauler, and there's no way that they would have been able to have their toy hauler deck out to use as a deck because it would have been out into the street. So be aware of that. Not only look at how big of an RV or camper that will fit on the site, but actually look at the length of the site itself, because if you are wanting to park a truck or car on there with your RV, then you'll need to calculate for that extra space because there's not room beside it in that first loop. You'll see when we go on to the second and third loop, a little bit more room, and there's a little bit different pricing in those loops as well. This place with their dump station, their sewer dump station, they actually have two. So you pull in and then it splits. You can go on one side or the other side, and two people can be using the dump station at the same time, which is really nice, especially if you're leaving at a high time when lots of people are trying to leave.
And section 2 and section 3 are actually up the road from the first section.
Mm-hmm. You have to come out of the loop, turn to the right, and then you go into another area, and it splits into two, section 2 and section 3. This, yeah, you can book your sites here 12 months out because it is the state park. All the Tennessee state parks allow you to do that. I know the Army Corps of Engineer sites, it's only 6 months out, but with the state parks, you can book 12 months out. Certain sites, that's when you're going to need to book them if you want them, especially for holidays. You'll want to book 12 months out to grab those sites.
So this is area 2.
This is area 2, and there are smaller areas that maybe just a small camper or tent would fit onto. You can see these are a little bit smaller. Then when you would get into area 3, you'll see it's a lot nicer, but it is a little bit more expensive. One thing that disappoints me about Cedars of Lebanon is there is no water. There's no creek, river, or lake, and I always love looking at the water. But if you're looking for woods, if you're looking for a place to go horseback riding, to go walk on the trails, this is a great place. And I think they have even guided tours that you can sign up for there within the state park. There is Wi-Fi, but we were in that first circle, which is close to the camp store, but the Wi-Fi was still kind of weak, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially at certain times. It seemed like it was stronger at other times. It's not the best cell phone reception either. Now, I work remotely, so I have to have internet, and we were able to use a cell phone booster to make it where we could use the internet. We did have every once in a while the little spinning circle, but it didn't last long. And we were able to. I was able to work, and we were able to stream television. So, but it's not the strongest Wi-Fi, and it's definitely not the strongest cell phone reception out there.
And as you see, there's a lot of woods, and there's a lot of spots that's just woods that they could build more campsites.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised that more of these campsites haven't started adding more sites to their campgrounds because there's such a high demand for it now. You can see there's a lot of wooded area they could easily put some more in. This place is open year round.
This is area 3.
Okay, remember coming out of area 2 and now fixing to go into area 3. And you'll see a little bit larger sites here, a little more level and paved. But when I looked, there were none available in this area. I think these go quickly. People know that these are the better ones. The cost for camping here is anywhere from $28 to $40. And the price varies depending on the day of the week that you're scheduling. The weekends are a little bit more expensive. And I think that $40 site is one of the bigger sites that's in this loop here. Most of them are, $28 to $35 in that area. And that is here in 2022. Their check-in time is 3 o'clock, and their check-out time is 12 noon. At checkout, I don't think you even actually have to go and check out. They just want you off the spot by 12 noon. As you can see, these are more spaced apart, wooded area between. It's really nice. Like I said, it's almost like 3 different campgrounds. This is definitely different from that first loop.
And I imagine this loop fills up pretty fast because we've never been able to get it.
Right. Probably one of those that you need to be ready to book that 12 months out. It is a good place for bicycle riding. And this was at one point we were riding through and they were actually cutting a tree had fallen, or they were cutting a tree or something. We had to stop and pause the camera and wait for them to get that taken care of before we could come back out again.
Yeah, there's the truck.
There we go. It is a very peaceful place to be. And being a state park, they also have other activities and things around. Now there is a swimming pool. I did not check to see if they opened it this year. I know that last year the state parks had their swimming pools closed because of COVID, and I don't know if they even opened it up for 2022, but I suspect 2023 it will be open again. I did see something on their map about some sort of a water playground where the water sprays up for the little kids. So that would be something to check into as well. We didn't actually pass by that. We didn't go through the whole state park. But I know that they have designated areas where you can do horseback riding, and I'm not sure if they have horses that you can pay money to ride or if that's for you to bring your own. That would be something to check into as well. Yeah. But I did see a sign that going toward the campground that says no horses beyond this spot. So it wouldn't be something you could take your horse to your campsite.
There's a dump station. And that it.
I think this is coming back into the park there.
Should be right on the other side of these trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that was the back side of the dump station. Yeah, we'll turn to the right here and head back out of the campground, and you'll be able to see the dump station. It'll be on the right. Like I said, it's 2 lanes, which is very nice. It's unusual. Yeah, right there. And then if we pass that, we'll pass the playground area that is there on the right. There's also one across the road,
which is bigger, and it's a little out in the open more. This one's sort of sitting back with trees all around it.
If you've ever stayed at Cedars of Lebanon and would like to tell us about your experience, what you think about it, please do so in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel so that you will be aware when we put up a new review. We'll be doing reviews of restaurants in the area, as well as some camping equipment.
Be sure to like this video too.
Yeah, like this video and subscribe to our channel. And watching this makes me want to go camping. So let's go camping.
Let's go.